Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a big topic that is going to be affecting and is already beginning to affect our entire real estate industry. This will affect buyers, sellers, existing homeowners, but most importantly, it's going to affect us as real estate agents. When this topic very first came out, there was a lot of discussion and a lot of people weren't really concerned. We all kind of thought that we were going to navigate through it, and things would be totally fine. As we get closer and closer to these implementation dates, I think we as an industry are starting to see changes everywhere. And these changes are going to affect not only how we do business, but each one of us as agents, and it's imperative that we're prepared. Like I said, this is going to be a big deal and it will affect your business. Through coaching, I'm going to help you through support, education, and script training on how to be able to navigate this new terrain. So first, I want to make sure that I clarify some terms for those of you that might not understand or know fully what has happened. The NAR settlement that just recently has happened and is going to be implemented here in the next couple of weeks. It's imperative that we kind of have an understanding of why it came about and what caused it and what is being put into place to help resolve it. First off, I want to help you understand what NAR is and what they do for all of us realtors. NAR is the National Association of Realtors. As a realtor, I belong to NAR and I pay a membership fee. In exchange for that, they help provide extra education opportunities. They help provide guidance on our ethics, and they support us in advocating for us. It's imperative that we see that NAR and this settlement came about in a way to make sure that they're bringing transparency to the real estate industry. Many agents choose to belong to NAR, and there's different levels. It's NAR, CAR, and then there's a local branch that most agents all belong to. CAR, for myself, is the Colorado Association of Realtors, and there are associations throughout the country that we all collectively belong together. Some agents choose not to belong to an association, and those are associate brokers, and they are given the opportunity and the choice, depending on your brokerage, whether you would like to belong to an association or not. The NAR settlement situation came about because there was not transparencies in commissions. I am not an attorney and I am not giving any legal advice, nor am I advising anyone, but it is imperative for us to be very transparent about commissions and about where sellers' commissions are going to be paid. Again, this settlement, it serves as a way to increase transparency, which means that now as a listing agent, it is going to be imperative that you are communicating very clearly with your sellers as to what your charges are and what potential amount you would be advising them to be paying the buyer's agent. What this is going to mean for you as a buyer's agent is you are going to have to work harder than ever to earn your commission. Why, you ask? You are now no longer just earning the money for your buyers and explaining to them what your value is. Now you are having to show your value to the seller because it is 100% negotiable for the seller to dictate how much you're going to be compensated. This will affect you in 3 different ways. The first is you're going to have a buyer agency agreement signed with every single buyer that you take into a home. This will have to be done before you show your clients homes. Many of my clients, and myself included, have shown homes without a signed buyer's agency. You are no longer allowed to do that per this new settlement that has gone into place. The second way this is going to affect you is it is now negotiable how much money you will be paid. You will have to have in your buyer's agency agreement a specified amount that the buyers will be responsible for paying for you. The biggest concern and the biggest hurdle we're going to have to overcome is helping our buyers to understand our value and why they are now going to have to be responsible for this payment. We can still ask for that to be paid through the seller's contract, or we can ask for that to be paid by the listing brokerage. However, the majority of the responsibility is going to fall onto our buyers to make sure that we are compensated and we are paid. The third and final way this is going to affect you is it is going to be imperative that you understand your value, your worth, and that you are willing to fight and show how hard you are willing to work for your money. No longer will you just be a door opener. You are going to have to show everybody throughout the transaction why you are worth and valued enough to be paid what they're paying you. Those are the three ways that this settlement is going to affect you. Now, it may be very easy for you to think, oh, well, this is just going to change this, aspect of my business. So I'll just transition into purchasing my leads. Or if you have traditionally purchased your leads in the past, and that is how you converted your buyers, there's actually another situation kind of brewing that has been implemented, and it's been put in place by the FCC. The FCC has now made it more difficult and far more expensive for you to purchase leads. And this is going to change your business if you are a lead purchaser, or if you think with all of these changes, you can navigate and pivot your business into purchasing leads. And then there you'll have the buyers. So I'll run through the 4 changes that the FCC has put through, and then we'll kind of just chat about how that's going to affect your business. The FCC has now ruled that the do not call list will now extend to text messages. So texting people that you get their lead information, if they're on the do not call list, you're no longer allowed to do that. The second change that the FCC has put out is that prior written consent now authorizes no more than one lead buyer to contact a consumer, which means that the only person who buys that lead is the only one allowed to contact that consumer. This is really important to understand that no longer will that lead be sold to multiple, if not hundreds of people. The third way is contact must be logically and topically associated to the primary reason for contact. So if somebody is putting in information for blinds, they can no longer buy that information and have you try to sell them a home. So it's imperative that we understand all of these changes, right? It's going to make it more difficult to buy more leads. The fourth way that the FCC has changed this is that lead buyers must maintain documentation of consent to contact, which means that when I purchase a lead from a company, I now have to have the contract and the information that I have permission to contact that person. So you can see that these 4 changes outlined are going to make it far more difficult to get qualified leads and far more expensive for people to purchase qualified leads. How this is going to affect your business is you think that with all of these other buyer agency changes in place, well, now I'll just turn around and buy leads to help supplement my business. That actually is not even going to be possible unless you're paying such a significant amount for qualified leads, and your return on investment's not going to be there. The value in that is not there. So this leads us all down to, I mean, really truly what we should have been doing from the very beginning. And I feel like quite a few of us agents did do this. I feel like there was a select few that did not step up and do what they should have been doing with transparency and being clear about where your money goes as a seller and who it's allocated to, and what's negotiable and what's not negotiable. So this is going to put us to a point where we are now going to have to very, very clearly define what our value and what we bring to the table as a buyer's agent. As your coach, I'm going to help you navigate this. This is going to be new terrain for all of us to figure out and understand, but you can do this. The first thing that you're going to want to make sure you do is to have a buyer's presentation. Are you well versed? Do you understand how to do a buyer's presentation? We've all been taught how to do a seller presentation, but how many of you guys show your value as a buyer's agent with a buyer's presentation? That will 100% change your business. The second way is to help your buyers understand your value and your worth. What are you doing for them? You're no longer just a door opener. You are educated. You know what the value of a home is. You are helping them advocate and navigate probably one of the most expensive purchases of their lives. And it is your job to convey to your buyers what your value is. Hey guys, I hope this video was helpful today. Again, all of these changes are going to continue to affect our businesses, and we are going to continue to have to work together as a team to navigate all of this. If you found this content helpful today, please like and subscribe. And if you are interested in having a discussion about what coaching would look like with me, please go down into the comments and click on the link below. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day.